Welcome back to First in Preparedness, and today on this episode we're going to look at if you order a first aid kit on Amazon and you expect it to be able to sustain you in the event that shit hits the fan. Well, we're going to find out what's in this piece of shit here. No, just kidding. I did order it off Amazon. Let's see what's in here, and let's see what could be improved if you bought an off-the-shelf first aid kit. We're going to start by opening it up. Let me grab my trusty knife here. See if I can get this in here without bashing it up. Here you go. It's basically an unboxing video and a stupid first aid video as well. All right, well, looks somewhat waterproof. So let's set this knife aside so I don't cut myself open at some point here. Let's see what's in here. Let's unzip it. Here we go. Unboxing video of Amazon $20 first aid kit. Wow, look at this. Wrap this up here. I'm going to throw that on the floor. I'll clean it up later. I get mad if I don't mess this up. Well, let's see. It's got some actual decent stuff in it. It's got safety pins. Oh, it's got some sort of whistle. It works. It's got some subpar trauma shears in here. They are kind of small, but I guess they got to fit in the case. Let's see. This looks like one of those little CPR masks with the one-way valve on it so people don't vomit in your face. You get 2 of those. That's what tape they supply you. I think it's all of about maybe 24 inches and it's ½ inch wide. A couple of those. Oh, look at that. There's the tourniquets, folks. That's really going to stop some blood? Nah, probably not. You get a nice pair of tweezers, though. It's got 4, looks like, packets of rolled gauze. My eyes are getting old, mind you. 8 centimeters by 4 meters. So, got about 12 feet rolls of gauze, give or take some. Metric system, you know. You've got 4 of those. You've got some gauze pads here. At least you got some 4x4s. Looks like some 3x3s. Some antiseptic wipes. So I guess this is the cleaning portion. Yeah, a lot of sterile gauze. Some 3x3s, some 4x4s, some 2x2s. Once again, you know my feelings on 2x2 gauze are basically kind of worthless. Just get 4x4s and call it good. It's got a, oh, what is this? Oh, look, it's got one of those little credit card tools in it. Stainless steel, too. Sure, it's probably some high quality stuff. Probably some 304, but it's got a little multi-tool in there. All right, we'll give some credit on that. Do have some iPads. 3 of them, to be exact. It's got a makeshift ace bandage. It looks like a 2-inch wide or a 5 centimeter by basically 13 feet, 4.5 meters. It's got an emergency blanket. That's a good thing. Actually, it has 2 emergency blankets. It's got some rubber gloves. And in here, it looks like we have some bandages. Let's see. We have some, oh, these are all bandages. So it does give you some decent size stuff. It's got your, regular 3-inch by 1-inch bandages. Then it's got some of these like larger ones, about yay big, large pad on it. And then it's got some butterfly closure. So it's got some stuff there. It's not too bad. It's okay. Next, we have some Q-tips that are made out of actual wood, folks. We've got a couple of triangle bandages. These are handy. And last but not least, it's got a first aid or a small kind of action plan or guide. We've got some fingertip bandages here. a whole bunch of those, a whole bunch of fingertip bandages. So, what does this kit not have? Just off the top of my head, it does not have non-adherent pads. So, like a 2x3 or 3x4 non-adherent pad, it doesn't have that. It does have this to kind of, I guess, be in place, but this stuff is adherent. If you put this over any sort of cut, scrape, or bruise, it's going to stick to it. The other thing that it's deficient in is, of course, the tape. It's got a couple of these, like, literal half-inch rolls of something that's only a couple of feet. So what would I do to supplement something like this? Well, the first thing I would add is obviously not adherent bandages. I would probably put in some of the 1-inch silk tape. I would probably add some probably 3-inch, put some 3-inch ace bandages in there instead of just this one single 2-inch. It does have the emergency blankets. It does have the triangle bandages, which are good. It's got some gloves. It's got some trauma shears, and then a whole bunch of bandages. So basically, let's go out and look at what I would actually add to this little first aid kit, which, mind you, isn't the worst, but also needs some supplemental things in it to make it a more effective first aid kit. So real quickly, what I would add to this kit is, of course, some non-adherent pads. Probably like, I don't know, 3 a piece. These are the 3x4s. These are the 2x3s. These are non-adherent. These can work as bandages. And one thing that I would replace in this kit is, instead of the typical butterfly bandages, I would apply, or basically add in the steri strips. And of course, a decent amount of silk tape. This stuff works extremely well for being sticky. The other thing that I did not see in this kit is antibiotic ointment. So throw some of that in there. And of course, my favorite bandage of all, Coban. I'd probably put a roll of Coban in here. And lastly, if it fits, include maybe a 36-inch SAM splint. At that point, this kit actually becomes fairly usable for like a, I guess, medium level injury first aid kit. So there it is. I would add these things to this kit, and then you'll have something halfway decent. These tourniquets here are basically worthless. They will not stop if a limb's been cut off, obviously these are not going to work. So maybe add in like a North American actual tourniquet. So let's pack it all up and see if this all actually fits in here. So I spared you the whole packing up portion, and with just the first go around, I think I've stuffed it enough to where it will actually still close by supplementing this. I don't think the SAM splint is going to fit in there, but everything else did fit in. The Coban, the extra tape. I did not get another ace bandage in there, but guess what? It all zips up nicely in here. So you can actually supplement your cheap Amazon first aid kit to actually be something different. As I always say, well, folks, there it is. I've supplemented this first aid kit into something decent that you could carry in your car or use in your guest house, like I did here, and actually make it halfway decent. Now, as I stated before, I did not have enough room for the SAM splint and the extra ace bandages, but everything else did fit back in this case, albeit nothing short of a slight struggle to get it back in here, but made it halfway decent. There it is. Thanks for tuning in again here to First in Preparedness. Have a great day.